This is my audience tonight for my informative speech. They approve of me recording them. All right. Hi, I'm Bryce Velasquez, and today I'm going to be giving a speech over the meat industry. Okay, the first meat packer was William, I'm going to really mess up his name, Pynchon. And he started the meat packing business in 1662, according to the Texas Tech Meat Science Program. And he's the one that really got the program, the industry really started. And he started off by packing different cuts of pork into barrels. It wasn't a very safe or efficient way, but that's how the industry started. But the industry started off as a dirty, unclean, and unsafe work environment. There's a lot of illegal things happening within these businesses, and they just sold, in the 1950s, they basically just sold the whole beef carcass as a whole, according to the American Meat Science Association. And to be real here, it's not the most efficient way to sell meat by selling a whole beef carcass. But in today's industry, though, there are still some concerns, according to a PBS documenter. And even though there's it's more safe than what it has been in the past, I can say that. There are more humane methods of slaughter now, and they have more safety precautions. From my past experiences, I wasn't allowed to go into a meat packing business without having a frock, a hairnet, a hard hat. I couldn't go in without washing my hands first. And this is all first-hand experience from myself on how much of a big step they made to be the way they are today. Some of the different acts and influences that made the industry the way it is today was, it first started off with Upton Sinclair's The Jungle, which came out in 1906. And he released his book about his experience of walking into these meat packing industries and the slaughterhouses, as it was really unsafe, really unclean and dirty. Meat was just being picked up off the ground and put back on the cutting board. They wouldn't even take any precautions at all. People would accidentally cut their fingers off and it just end up in the meat. And it was just really gross and dirty the way it was. But his book is what started the Meat Inspection Act and the Pure Food and Drug Act. And those were made by Theodore Roosevelt, right? And he made those acts to make the industry safer and cleaner and healthier, and to make the citizens of America have more safe meat than what they have been eating lately at those times. And the next act that was made was the Packers and Stockyards Act in 1921. It was passed to help protect farmers. And then the last one, and the most recent one lately, it was the Humane Methods of Slaughter Act. This act is always being amended and added on to because of all the different organizations that are out there that are out to get this business in general. And even though there's no real humane way of slaughter, we can make it a lot safer for the animals and for people themselves, because some of the methods that are used sometimes can be unsafe for both parties. And the industry is basically going to keep growing. The more people we have in the world, the more food we're going to need, is the basic concept. Now, Temple Grandin, she made a huge impact on humane methods of slaughter and basically making it a more tranquil way of slaughtering these animals. And her impact, according to Ryan Bell from National Geographic, it was a huge one. And it really took the industry, made like a huge step for the industry to where it is today. And they're still making more improvement ways from her original idea to a more improved way to what I found out about 2 years ago, that they improved her invention from this to this new improved way. And the way the industry is changing is to fit the media's view, because a lot of people nowadays see the slaughter, the way like these businesses slaughter these animals, they see the way that they are slaughtered, and they're very against the way the animals are treated nowadays. And one of the ways we can improve the industry can improve on that is by listening to these people and fitting their needs, so the industry isn't getting like negative reviews on itself. Another thing that's happening is a lot of different labs are starting to try to grow meat in a petri dish. It's kind of a strange concept, but a lot of people are buying into it and looking into it and doing further research into it. And yep, that's my speech over the meat industry. Thank you all for listening.